Hey guys, it's Nick with Northwest Open Season. It's March 23rd at about 9 o'clock in the morning. Today is Jerry's birthday, and so our tradition is that we just take a day and go fishing with each other for our birthdays instead of buying each other gifts. So today we were thinking about going springer fishing, but as you can tell, it's pretty cold and nasty outside. The wind's blowing and it's 40 degrees. So we just kind of decided, instead of taking the boat out on the river today, we're gonna go up to Hagg Lake and we're just gonna do some trout fishing, and hopefully we can stay warm and have a good time. All right, thanks for checking it out, guys. Take care. There's Jerry now, the birthday boy. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Where are we going?
We're going to go to Hagg Lake, catch some trout.
Why Hagg?
Because I didn't want to mess around with the boat and weather that could come or could not come. So, yeah, we're going to mess around with some stock trout. And I'm out of stock trout in the freezer anyway, so might as well restock.
And because it's cold outside?
It is cold.
Is that because you're old now?
I am getting old.
All right, let's go.
Okay. All right, we're catching our fish in a couple different ways here, and I want to go over both of them with you real quick. My setup here, just a regular little trout rod. I've got 8-pound main line, throwing on a couple of barrel weights here so my line slides through so I can feel the bite easier and the fish feel less resistance. Right up to a barrel swivel. And then I've got about 2 feet of 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. And at the end there, I just run a treble hook. Nothing fancy there. I think it's like a size 10, 12, somewhere in there. Then on this setup, I'm using power bait. And you can use the regular paste in a jar. I've kind of started switching over to these nuggets. I think they're nice for when I troll. putting these on the back of my trolling gear. All I'm doing is taking one of these nuggets, pushing the hook right into the back here. I'm going to press that around the hooks, make it kind of a pyramid eye drop shape. And I want the edge of the hook right at the edge of my power bait there. I don't know if you can kind of see it. The hook's barely sticking out there. Just like that. Nice compacted ball right around the hook there. And then we've really been liking this Mike's UV power set in the garlic. This has been really helpful for us. And all I'm doing with this, just open this up. Just going to add a little bit of juice onto the side here. That's about it. I'm going to cast it out, let it sink to the bottom. I'm going to tighten up my line and wait for a bite. Alright, the other setup we're using today is a slip bobber. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is the style of bobber stop I'm using on this one. There's a lot of different kinds. Just make sure if your bobber stop is rated for a certain line diameter that you're paying attention to that. Alright, so then I preset it, and now I've got a bead here. This bead won't allow that bobber stop to go through, and that's what keeps my depth set. Then I picked up a sliding bobber. This just floats up and down the line, attached to various different kinds of weights. This one's fixed. I run down by my swivel here. You can get a slip weight too, or split shot, whatever you want. That just wraps around on this rubber center here and just holds it in place. I run to a swivel, and you can use a barrel swivel and tie directly to it. I've run a snap swivel here, and then I just tied a perfection loop at the end of my leader. Then I'm running 8-pound fluorocarbon leader down to, I think this is a number 8 or 10 bait holder hook here. And then I'm just going to take a short little, like 1 or 2 inch piece of worm and thread it on there a few times and cast it back out. Alright, here we go. Just a couple inches of worm is all you need. I'm just going to thread the hook through the part I just cut with my thumbnail. Get it wrapped up around the top there and pull the hook out. Slide the worm up a little ways. I'm just going to loop it back over a couple of times here and go right through the worm 2 or 3 times with a little bit of a tail hanging out. That should wiggle around and entice those fish. And that's it. Sometimes I add a little extra corn kernel or white corn kernel or a power nugget or something on the end here for attractant for the color, but that'll work just fine. And especially when the water just starts to warm up, I'll catch trout, bass, crappie, perch, you name it. Everything will eat a worm. So this is one of my favorite rigs here.